Today we're going to do some frequently asked questions. Downhills and uphills. I'm being a bit facetious. To be honest, the best thing I think is the freedom. Bicycle touring is nomadic, so it's close to our natural wild state. So it ticks all those reward system boxes ingrained in us over millions of years of evolution, augmented by one of our simplest but most efficient machines. See, I think travelling by bike is far superior to walking, and he says walking, and driving, because it's fast enough to get you to places but slow enough to soak them in. I'm moving through the world, not cocooned from it or separated from it by excessive speed. The bike also enables me to carry a lot more gear to make my living arrangement far more comfortable than if I was backpacking. I would say when I get my camp set up, in a lot of ways it's far superior to being in a house. I'll probably do a video about it at some point. And cycling also gets me to exercise without feeling like I'm exercising, which is essential for when you're as lazy as me. The worst thing, I have to think about this one, there are minor inconveniences that you have to put up with on a daily basis, like making and breaking camp is a bit of a chore, but I just put on a podcast and do it on automatic pilot, so that it's not a wasted time. I'm still learning something. Aside from that, probably acquiring water every day is a bit of a pain, because you go through so much water when you're riding the bike that you're constantly filtering or stopping to buy more. My largest carrying capacity for water is about 9 litres. I think if I go somewhere hot, I might need more than that. So there's no really major downsides, I don't think. The positives so massively outweigh the negatives, you don't really even notice them. No, I've never been mugged or robbed. I think it's a big misconception that a lot of people have, that I'm somehow vulnerable to attack. I think the opposite is the case. I've become much more sensitive to my surroundings. Your senses heighten when you're camping, especially at night, and you hear twigs snap and stuff. I find that I wake up a lot easier than I do when I'm sleeping in the house. I think anybody regarding me predatorially is making a huge mistake. I'm very comfortable in my own skin, so I don't really notice loneliness. It does manifest itself though, I've noticed, when I've been riding through a desolate wilderness for a few days and I haven't seen anybody. And the first person I meet and start talking to, I can be a bit of a chatty Cathy. What I do like about it though is you start to develop a very real interest in other people and their lives. So your conversations tend to be extremely genuine. There's very little small talk. I do think I would get a little lonely if I didn't have access to social media. That said, I'm usually too busy thinking about stuff to start dwelling on the idea that I'm on my own. And if I do ever crave human company, I just go to the pub.